In every relationship, fostering transparency and openness is fundamental to building trust, understanding, and intimacy. Being open with your partner creates a safe space for communication, vulnerability, as well as growth. Whether it's sharing your thoughts, your feelings, or desires, embracing honesty and authenticity strengthens the bond between you and your partner. So how can you be more open in your relationship? Today, I have 5 ways for you to be more open in your relationship. First one is to be willing to be open to try new things and to explore the interests of your partner. When we're dating, we do this well. We can really perform an act that draws the other person in. But somehow when we get into the relationship, we think that we have done the work that already needed to be done. When in fact, the time that you are in the relationship is when you have to foster and continue to foster these connections and bonds with your spouse so the both of you can feel deeply connected with one another. And what's a better way to do that by exploring and trying new things? This is how you be more open in your relationship. This is how the newness stays in your relationship, where your partner is still gravitating towards you and still really doting on you because they're like, dang, she is always there. She is always ready. She is down for whatever when it comes time to try something new. Another way to be more open in your relationship is to allow your partner to be curious about your thoughts and your experiences. Sometimes, just sometimes when I'm working with my clients, they have a tendency that when this happens, when it's time for them to be vulnerable and allow the wall to come down, they fail. Because they know that vulnerability piece, that sharing their thoughts, them sharing their experiences, especially the experiences that they keep close to the heart, that they only share with special people in their life, or that they have never shared with anybody. It may take them a long time to build trust with their partners before they're able to show this vulnerability, this piece of their heart to their partner. But this is where the openness comes from. Knowing that, yes, your heart can be broken, but guess what? You have to do it anyway. But before you do it, to use your God-given discernment about the people in your life, including but not limited to your partner. Being open in your relationship is really going to help you to really be seen, understood, and heard, and for you to be able to see, to understand, and to really hear what your partner is saying as well as what they are not saying. Because that bond is there. You feel like the thing that he is being hurt about is now also hurting you. Because when your partner is hurt, you're hurt. Being open is about literally communicating the things that make you feel wonderful, but also the things that you want to cry about or go in the corner and hide from. That's about being open. That's showing the fullness and the authentic person that you are. And when you know that you can be open with a person, do that. Don't hold back. Don't hold back, because when we hold back, that's when the other person, they may not be able to pinpoint it or put a finger on it, but it's something about the story. It's something about, it's not clear. It's not finished. And they may not even ask, but later on, it's like something, right, wait a minute, that story, I don't know, just something about that. It just didn't sit right with me. And so maybe you got to go back and ask questions, or come to you later on and ask questions. Just get it all out in that moment. Or you can say, you know what? The story is not finished there, but I'm not ready to share that piece just yet. It's okay. That way they don't have to go around and go about later on and think about it. They already know the story is incomplete. They already know it. And it's okay. It's okay to have an incomplete story. It's not okay for them to go away and now start writing their own stories because you were not open in this case. Another way to be open in your relationship is to ask and to be ready to answer open-ended questions. Open-ended questions are not the yes or no questions. Open-ended questions are the questions that you have to think about when somebody asks you. This is a way for you to be open in your relationship by, if you are the person that is asking the question, you also have to be the same person that is willing to answer the question that you just asked, because maybe, just maybe, your partner or your spouse or even a friendship, depending on who you're talking to in this situation, is not ready to go down that road with you. But they will do it if you do it first. And so now it becomes who is brave enough to actually put their heart on the line and really be open to who they truly are and allow the world, in this case, the person that you're talking to, see you for who you are, to have the opportunity to accept you the way you are in this moment, together or not, for them to really see and hear the mess that your life was and how you got on the other side. I was actually talking to a friend not too long ago, and this was the very thing about her. She's pretty terrified of getting on social media because of the vulnerability piece. How much is she willing to share with the world about her past? She loves when everybody gets to see the product that the experience brought her through, or the journey, right? But she don't want people to see the journey. She wants them to see her like this. And I'm like, people don't connect with you like that. They have to see you in your mess. And this is no different from your partner. They have to know the mess that you are, the mess that you came through, in order to understand the fullness of you. But you being able to laugh about the things that happened to you is a beautiful thing in your partner's eyes. It doesn't mean that it didn't hurt your feelings. It doesn't mean that something terrible didn't happen to you. But it does mean that you know that you can't change your past. You have accepted the things that has happened to you, as well as the things that you have done to others, and you have forgiven those who have hurt you. But you have also forgiven you for hurting you as well, and for hurting others as well, because hurt people hurt people. So I'm certain before you came into your awareness, you have also hurt people as well. But that's okay. When you're being open in your relationships, the people in your circle, including but not limited to your partner, should be able to know this side of you in order for them to fully see you for who you truly are. Not for the person that you want them to believe that you are, because you're too scared to really show up and show them that, you know what? Sometimes I don't take a shower, or my kitchen is a mess, or my entire house looks phenomenal, but I have this one area that you cannot get privy to because it is a freaking mess. Because the mess that I want the world to see is that I have everything together. But in secret, I have this secret area over here that nobody has access to. This is my mess. This is where I keep all my mess. This is where I'm able to go and be messy and not judged. I can just be me. But when I come out of that messy room and step into the world, that's when my mask is on. That's not being open. That's not them feeling that literally there's going to be like, there's a piece of this person that I don't know. It's not coming full circle for me. I can't really put my finger on what's missing, but something is missing. And this is sometimes the reason why the relationship doesn't go to the next level, because the deepness that needs to occur for the bond to be there between the two of you, it never solidifies. And sometimes, let's be true, it never even begins. Because some people are so scared of this piece, this openness piece, this vulnerability piece, this showcasing who they truly are to the outsiders. It never happens. They're too scared of the way people look at them, or what they think about them, or what they will say about them. Instead of just saying, I don't give a damn. This is me, the fullness of me. You either like it, you love it, or you don't. Because everybody is not for you, and you're not for everybody, right? Everybody's not for you, but you're also not for everybody, and that's okay. It's all right. The fourth way to be more open in your relationship is to show affection and express love the way that your partner needs it. You have to be able to articulate your needs, your desires, but you also must be willing to show your partner after they have articulated their needs to you. Now, when you are giving your partner what he needs and he is giving you what you need, how can the two of you lose? That bond just solidifies and tightens. And anytime somebody comes, they can't pull y'all apart. And they can't pull y'all apart on purpose, because that bond is there. You have shown the affection. You know his love language. He knows your love language. You two are showing each other affection and expressing love the way that each other needs it, not the way that you want to receive it. Because let's be true, sometimes that is not in alignment. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it's not. And it's when it's not in alignment where the conflict comes into play. And not a lot of people get past this because they're like, I don't feel loved by you. And then one party is like, I'm showing you love because you haven't really shown love the way that they need to be loved. The fifth way to be more open in your relationship is all about your past and being able to talk about the lessons that you learned from your past. It's not just about the past itself. It's about what lessons did you learn. At this point, I'm not even talking about the things that happened to you in your childhood years that you had no control over. Even though those experiences are important to share as well at some point. The experiences from your past that I'm specifically talking about in this moment is the things that you did wrong. What lessons did you learn from your past failed relationships? Why did they fail? What part did you play in the relationship not going to the next level? And it could be as simple as, I chose the wrong partner, so how could it work out? Or it could be as big as, I literally thought that me getting into a relationship with a cheater was going to work out for me. You have to be willing to share the past, but also what lessons did you learn from the experiences that you had? Literally, this is where the deeper connection and the understanding and feeling like you are seen in your relationship comes from. In order for you to get to the next level in any of your relationships, you must be willing to be open in your relationship. You must be willing to be open in your relationship. That is the only way you do get higher to the next status, to the next level. So now that you know how to be more open in your relationship, check out this video right here that tells you about how to protect your relationship from outsiders. I'll see you over there.